Hi everyone. Today I thought I would go over Snowy's meal. Basically what I do is on a weekly basis I gather up all of the ingredients. But these are all the ingredients that I incorporate into Snowy's meals. I usually pack them in a small container. And basically what I do is I mix all of this stuff. Now I don't use everything, like I'm not gonna, this is dandelion. I'm not gonna obviously use all the dandelions. The bell pepper or the red pepper, I'll probably just cut up half of this. I'm not gonna use the entire clover sprouts. These are, I'll probably just, I might actually take half of this actually. I'm only cooking basically these two. I might cook these a little bit longer. The green beans, I give them to her raw as a snack. Sometimes she loves them, but you know, dogs cannot digest vegetables as we can, so it's better to ground up the veggies. I just don't want to, I actually I chop them in fine pieces. Like bell pepper, she loves this for snacks too. So these two things sometimes I'll give to her just fresh like this and put it in her bowl. Same thing with dandelions. I just basically chop these up into small fine pieces, and then I might just throw the mixture of the meat. Oops, one thing I'm forgetting here is the gizzard. So these, actually I'm just taking these two out. So I got the gizzards, the hearts, the liver, Alaska salmon oil, I should say. I usually put in maybe about one whole raw egg into the mixture. I just wanted to show you everything that I'm putting out here is fed to my dog, basically. The Greek yogurt, but not all together per se, okay? The eggs, basically what I do is when I pull out one egg, and in this mixture here, like I ground with the ground turkey, I am basically used to ground these up, the liver, the gizzard, and mix that with the eggs. And then I would chop up some vegetables and mix that in there as well, raw, okay? And then butternut squash and the green beans I would actually cook up. Not too long, just so that they're cooked and they're easier to digest. And I basically mash this up and put it into the mixture here. So she gets, now I rotate my meals with her. So for instance, last week she had beef instead of using ground turkey. So I found ground beef on sale, so I ended up getting that. But usually I give her ground turkey, ground chicken, sometimes pork, although I kind of refrain from that. The pork is really cheap. But, you know, basically I've been doing ground turkey a lot of the times. And also, I feed her twice a day. So in this small container here, she gets 2 of these a day. So this is just, this container will house, store the ground meat stuff. And then, I mean, even though in the mixture I already have some veggies and calcium from the egg and stuff, it's not enough, obviously. So what I do at nighttime or in the morning time, depending on how things go, I give her a boned-in meal. So as you can see, those are prep food. So this is all ground beef with gizzards and lips. I almost like gizzards and lizards. Gizzards and livers. Anyhow, I have like drumsticks here, chicken drumsticks. I have chicken wings. Actually, no, I'm out of chicken wings. I do have turkey wings in here. It's all boned in and no frozen. So she gets plenty of calcium from the bones that she chomps on that. And I also give her kelp. Now kelp is very, very good. It's very high in iron, and so I give her that. I make dashi stock for my miso soup, and usually I use kelp as dashi. So it's between her and me fighting over the kelp. But basically, I do give her kelp. Okay, Snowy's container box. So in here, I have a bunch of containers, actually. And this is what we usually use to feed Snowy. So one serving, let me actually show you right here. She gets fed twice a day, and basically this already has everything in here. There's some veggies, although you couldn't really tell. What did I put in here? There's no greens in here, I guess. So I believe there's carrots, chopped up carrots, liver, gizzards, hearts, and beef. So that's it, and also a raw egg. That was in that mixture for last week. So we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. So we still have a week's worth of food for her here. And then here is the boned in meat. I have chicken, and then this I believe is turkey wings. And then I also have beef liver. Three Musketeers. We don't give that to dogs. This is beef kidney soup. I never tried this. This is something that I'm not sure if I'm gonna give to her, but I thought, you know what, and I have additional boned in meat back there. So that's what's going on. So anyhow, in this container, I have a bunch of containers of Snowy's serving size. So these are just all the lids. I keep the lids in a plastic bag, and then because I have three different types. I have 13 of these or 16 of these, and I have, I think, just 5 of this kind. They're all, I mean, these look smaller in size, but they're about the same size. I think they're 4 ounces. So basically that's how these are her meat serving sizes. And then like I said, she gets served twice a day, her meals. So this thing is filled with meat and gizzard and the mixture of it. And then in addition to that, I give her a scoop of Greek yogurt. I give her 1 pump of the oil. And then on good days, she'll get a whole egg. So, and that's just, the whole egg is just in the morning. I don't, and I do it like maybe 2 or 3 times, 3 to 4 times a week. I don't do it all the time. So that's basically it. And this goes on top of the refrigerator, so I can just grab and go and make her mixture, and then she'll be all set. Go ahead. She just has to take it in here. And there it goes. And butternut squash looks like that'll get chopped up when it cools down. The green beans. So I didn't use all of it. There's the rest of it. I took some pieces and chopped them up. Took the butternut squash, chopped those up. The red bell pepper, that was already chopped up. And then the sprouts. So probably about a handful of each, maybe a little bit more on the sprouts because they expand. And then this is the dandelions that I chopped up. So basically this is what gets thrown into the turkey mixture there, or the ground turkey. So I'm just actually, it's still a little bit frozen, so I'm letting it thaw out right there. And once that's done, all of these ingredients are gonna get mixed in, including the egg. And then basically what I'll do is I'll chop up the rest of the green beans, rest of the butternut squash, put them in a Tupperware, freeze them. You know, that way I can make it for the next batch some other time so that they'll keep. You know, it's supposed to be 80%, 75 to 80% meat, muscle meat. And then 5% would be the liver and the kidney and the gizzards. So basically, I used to mix them in, but what I'm doing now is that those gizzards, hearts, and liver, and you're not really supposed to give too much heart. Anyhow, so with those, I will feed it with the container. So it'll be pretty much all meat and vegetables in the container. Or those little 3-ounce container that I showed you earlier. And then basically that's it. That's all I do. This probably would last me maybe maybe a week and a half. In addition to that, you know, I chop up some either spinach, because this is dandelion, so I would give her some other source of fresh vegetable like carrots or spinach, fresh, but just not to mix in the bowl with it in addition, because these are going to get frozen, so some of the nutritional value is going to be lost. And then I do a pump of this. So I'll wait for the turkey to thaw out, and I'll come back. So this is what happens when I'm chopping up her food. She is constantly begging me, and I gave her green beans earlier. You want butternut squash? You want to sit? Sit for me. High five. No, sit. High five. Good girl. Okay, there you go. Take it away. Take it to your cave. And that's how we do it. Okay, so the turkey, ground turkey, has been thawed. So I can just throw in my mixture now. Okay, so these are all the ingredients that are going in. So I'm just gonna mash up that egg with the shell, and I will ground this up with my hand, and I'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so here's my mixture that has the ground turkey, dandelions, peppers, butternut squash, and sprouts, and 1 whole egg. It's all mixed in there, including the eggshell. You can kind of see the, anyhow, so that's calcium. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and stuff these things. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 servings, so that is good for about a week. Let's see if I can fill that, or if I need some more containers. All right, I'll be back. All right, I'll just do one, see if I can do this with my hand. Holding a camera, it's kind of hard, but okay, so what I do is I just take one of the, actually I found one extra one, so there's actually 15 containers. So what I'm going to do is just take a spoonful and fill in the containers. And generally I fill up the entire thing here, and I just pack it down really, really well so that less air gets in it. And I don't go all the way to the top, but pretty close. That's good right there. So that's one. I got Snowy eating bones because otherwise she won't leave me alone whenever I make this stuff. I'm just gonna put it in here. Like I said, it's really hard to do with the camera in my hand, so I'm not gonna go through each one. I'll be back once I completed all of the tasks.